Hello, Facebook peeps. Well, I want to introduce to you someone who's very special to me. I think by just
my face.
I think by her face you know who she is, because a lot of people say that we look so much alike. Do you get that a lot?
I get that every day. Basically.
She get that every day. Every time we post a picture on Facebook, hugging or sometimes we're just goofing around. People say, "Oh my God, you guys look so alike." In any event, this is my daughter Ariann Munoz, and I said, Ariann, let's do a quick Facebook video. Let's share your inspiration with the world. And she was like, "No, I don't feel like doing it."
Yeah.
She was a bit intimidated. She said, "No, Dad, I'm intimidated. I don't want to do it." But she was joking with me. She's very inspirational. I actually have a lot of respect for my young daughter. The way she thinks, she doesn't think like most young teenagers. So we're just gonna do a quick Q&A. I'm gonna ask a few questions, and if you have a question, you can post it here on your Facebook. But in any event, so Ariann, so she already decided that she is going to go to college, to the University of Boston, to be a forensic anthropologist. What inspired you to be a forensic anthropologist?
Well, there was this is gonna sound very like cliche or very childish of me, but there was this show and it was about the forensic anthropology world, and obviously it was a show and it was a lot of like acting, and some of the things weren't as accurate as the actual job itself, but the job, how they acted it out, it just really intrigued me, and it made me really want to do what they do, because they have so much passion in the actual show. So like I could do that too, and even though they're grown-ups and I'm like 13 years old, like I could still do that.
Good, because you're not intimidated, because obviously to be and she wants to, you want to be I forget the term, forensic anthropologist who specializes with criminals.
Yeah.
Okay. So she went and she researched it. She already chose the university. And today I told her, "Hey, we need to make a plan." I said, "When are you going to that university?" She goes, "In 2022. I said, "Well, we need to create a plan to get you there. How we need to see what is it that they look for, what are the expenses, and then we plan backwards." But in any event, what is something, what are 3 qualities you admire about your dad?
Well, I like how you plan ahead, because even what we were just talking about right now, the career thing, like I know what I want to do, but you're just thinking of when are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? How does it cost? Da, 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 da. You're thinking ahead, and I think that's a really good quality
You gotta look at the camera. They're there.
Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Jeffrey.
I think that's a really good quality to have. Also, you are very calm in situations that can be heated. If personally I could be really mad in a situation, but he really keeps calm, and like sometimes it annoys me that he's calm, but like I try to like his calmness rubs off on me when I'm heated, and then it makes me like dial it down. And then also,
so as you guys can see, I'm an example of what I preach.
Yeah,
because that's something that I preach, but you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. So sometimes for whatever reason, something happened throughout the day, and a client canceled, or somebody said a smart remark, and she notices how I handle things with calm.
And the last thing would probably be like you're always trying to teach a lesson in something. Like I read not a couple pages, I read like the first chapter of your book, and I know that it's a story, but behind I could see what you were also trying to say. Like you were trying to say that you have to think ahead inside the characters, and not a lot of people may understand that, but there's always a lesson behind something. Like we could have a conversation and he'll be saying something, but then after I think about our conversation later on in that day, I understand maybe he was trying to say something. Maybe there was a meaning behind what he said, and then I think that's just really like smart and very wise of him. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's referring to the manuscript. The goal is to release my book on July 25th, Rich Brother, Poor Brother, and obviously she read the first chapter of the book. She chose not to read the remaining 9 chapters.
I'm sorry.
Because she said she was busy, quote unquote.
I'll get there.
But in any event, that is something that I I try my best to instill in my daughters. Instead of harping them, with motivation, or always trying to teach them a hardcore lesson like maybe some of you try to do with your kids, I allow things to surface, and then when the right opportunity comes, I try to squeeze in the lesson within a story. So there's less pressure, because when you're a teenager and you're this age, for those of you who have teenage daughters or sons or nephews and nieces, yeah, they don't like to be scolded, but if you teach them a lesson within a story, they tend to grasp it better. So I didn't know that. We're just off the cuff here. We're just having a conversation off the cuff. I said, Ariann, let's do a Facebook Live, and this wasn't planned, and I didn't know what she was going to say, so that's awesome. Now I'm going to ask you a question that you probably weren't thinking.
Oh, what is that?
Isn't she beautiful? Oh my God, look at this.
Ew, I'm so crusty.
Yeah, she did. She said, oh my God, I didn't put my makeup, I didn't do my hair. But what is a childhood memory that you have?
Oh no.
I'm putting you on the spot. A childhood memory.
A childhood, the time we went to Disney World, I guess. Like, I don't remember that. I was very young.
You were I think you were like 6 years old, something like that. Yeah.
But I have a picture in my room of me, Arlene, my sister, and you. And every single time I see it, I get a little bit of a story or a little bit of what happened that day, and I just get happy. I don't know. That's like my favorite memory.
So it's funny that she said that. Again, I didn't know she was gonna say that, but for those of you who are super busy, if you're a mom, you're a dad, and you don't have all the time in the world to give the quality time you want to your kids. I once heard from Tony Robbins that always try your best to create magical moments. So you might not have all the time in the world to do everything you want with your kids or for certain family members if you don't have children. But kids or family members and friends will never forget true magical moments. That was a magical moment. That happened 11 years ago, but she has that memory in her brain. So no matter how busy you are, whether you have 2 jobs or 2 businesses, or you say you don't have time to do X, Y, and Z, trust me, if you plan out ahead of time, certain magical moments throughout the year, whether it's a weekend getaway or a vacation, your family members and your children will never, ever forget this. So always plan that ahead of time. You have to be super intentional. Don't just leave it to, leave it on the air and say, oh yeah, we'll get to that someday. No. Be intentional and create that. All right. So what positive message would you like to share with all the people that follow me from all around the world? What message would you like to share with them, considering that today's January 1st, January 1st, 2017?
So I feel like everyone has, not everyone, but a lot of people have a New Year's resolution, and they're always thinking, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I know that tomorrow is going to be the day that I lose weight, or I do this new project, Why tomorrow? Like, why do you have to start tomorrow? If you want something so bad, then why can't you just start today? And I think that's really important, because people are always like postponing things and I'll do it tomorrow, I know it. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, oh, whoops, I guess I can't do it today. Next day. And then it just keeps on going on and on and on until it just never gets done. And then you find yourself in December 31st on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
And then you're never going to get anything done. So if you want something done, and if it's so important to you that you want it to do tomorrow, then you can do it today, because that's how you get things done.
I think I hear here a future author, a future motivational speaker. Nah, she wants to be a forensic anthropologist. And just to piggyback on what she said, let me finish what I just said. I never tell my kids what I want them to be. I have always told my kids, or my children, I've always told them, you can be whatever you want to be in life. I just want you to be a leader in that industry. So if you're going to be a teacher, be a leader in that industry. If you're going to be a forensic anthropologist, then be the best in that industry, in that sector, in that career. Just be the best and be a leader in whatever you do. Bruce says, beautiful and inspiring message. Right on, Arianna. Bruce Fowler. You have a new fan.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you have a question for Ariann, let's take advantage. She's here right now. She's live and present. To piggyback on what she said, we always put off things. So what I want to add to that is that instead of getting overwhelmed with the complexity of this project you want to take on, or whatever that may be, just focus on taking one action that will move you closer in that direction. Just focus on the next step and the next conversation. So what is the next step? It might be, if you want to go back to the gym, go into the website, seeing the prices. Or it might be calling a friend who goes to that gym and check it out. It might be going to the gym and actually viewing the location and see what programs they have. I use gym as an example. So instead of getting overwhelmed with the complexity of what you want to take on in the new year, just focus on the next action and the next conversation. Once you take that action and have that conversation, then focus on the next action and the next conversation. And if you make it simple, you'll find yourself slowly starting to build momentum in that direction. So,
wait, I have something else to say.
So she's inspired now.
Okay. So also piggybacking on the resolution or whatever, you could have multiple resolutions, but make sure that you are focused on one at a time, because then you'll get things done faster, and then you're more motivated. You understand make sure that you know what you're talking about or know your topic that you want to achieve, and then focus on that one. And then you'll slowly start to gain like momentum, and you'll slowly like get to your destination that you wanted to end up. And then after you get to that destination, you could start your next resolution that you wanted to achieve.
How did you get so good?
Stop.
Is it in her DNA? You know, I counted the word. I counted the amount of times she said focus, and she said focus 3 times. And focus stands for FOCUS. Follow one course until success. FOCUS, the word focus as an acronym is follow one course until success. So basically what she said, and she said the word momentum. Focus leads to momentum. And there was a video recorded about 2 years ago where I said that if you focus on something, wait. When I sent the video, just to recap, I said that what the one ingredient or the one thing we all need to be successful in whatever project we take on. Without it, you cannot take that project or business to the next level. And I said that it was momentum. Now, it's very hard to build momentum. But the way you build momentum is by focusing on one thing. If you focus, take action, focus, you start building small momentum. And once you build momentum, just ride the momentum and you'll have crazy results. So she talked about focus, she talked about momentum, and I just wanted to piggyback on that. So any last thing you want to say before we say goodbye to all of these lovely people that are watching us right now on Facebook Live?
Have a happy new year. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your life. Do what you want to do. Enjoy what you want to do. Yeah, that's it.
There you go, guys. Make it an amazing year. Make it epic. Bye-bye.